Well, months before the Beatles recorded Norwegian Wood with the famous sitar part, the Yardbirds had given it a try on their song Heart Full of Soul. They did, in fact, record a version of Heart Full of Soul featuring the sitar, but I don't know why it just didn't work. So their guitarist at the time, their second famous of three famous guitarists, the first being Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck was the second, then Jimmy Page. Well, the second Beck, as well as the rest of the band, they weren't crazy about the sitar part. It just didn't gel. So Jeff Beck went in there and recorded his own version with his guitar, sitar-esque, months before Norwegian Wood. The thing is, Norwegian Wood was the first huge hit single with sitar because the Yardbirds never released theirs. Jeff Beck did it.
Yeah, that was Heart Full of Soul guitar riff at the front, and it was actually it was quite good on sitar. It sort of worked, but it didn't really carry. You know, the sound didn't. The sound was a bit too soft. The guitar riff by Jeff was a real killer, wasn't it?
Well, and ahead of the time for the Beatles hadn't done it yet, right? On Norwegian Wood, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that was the first sitar, but I don't know who thought that up. I think it might have been our mad manager, Giorgio.
Yeah, what are you most proud of as a drummer?
I think, well, I'm proud of those hits really, and all those songs. I'm proud of being part of all. I'm proud of being part of the team. I was never a big egotistical drummer, solo drummer or anything like that. But being part of the team, I'm proud of. Funny enough, I spoke to Paul Samuel Smith this morning, and he told me this story. He's been doing a sort of quite a long-winded interview with somebody, and he said, "Oh, suddenly I realised I'd cut off the Yardbirds from my memory, because he went on to produce Cat Stevens and other people. He did very well as a producer, and so he'd left the Yardbirds a long way behind. And he said, I cut it off, but I've realised talking about it that actually I'm quite proud of it now."
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, he said, I've realised I really do have good memories about it, and I'm proud. I'm proud of the Yardbirds now.
What would you have done if you didn't do music? Like, let's just say you left that job and you asked your boss, could I come back? Would you have gone back?
Oh, I think I was way beyond that by the time we'd finished. No, I could never have gone back. But I did sort of funny little jobs in between. I did little, night shifts and things like that, but little part-time jobs. And I was even driving a cab for a bit. They had these things in England called minicabs, and you could drive your own car, and that was quite good fun, picking up people and meeting. Yeah. You had to meet people, you had to talk. Exactly.
We'll have more from Jim McCarty, the only remaining member of the classic lineup of the Yardbirds, in the next few days, and look in the description for when we release the entire interview with Jim talking about all the great guitarists, of course, most notably Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, and all the stories of the Beatles in the description of this video. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Music.